Oh my gosh, can you guys believe it? This is like the end of my Best of Beauty. I finally filmed everything. I'm so happy. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Gerjel B, your nurse that's addicted to makeup. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you've been here for quite some time, thanks for coming back. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing my Best of Beauty, the Eyes edition. Alright you guys, so before we start the video, I'd like for you guys to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. And without further ado, let's begin because I have quite a... So I'm going to save the best for last, meaning eyeshadows, later at the end of the video. We're gonna start off with brows today. So for eyebrows, I am addicted to the ABH Brow Brow Styling Wax. I'm sorry, it's quite dirty. So this brow gel comes with this brush right here. So I don't know, I forgot when I bought this if they were separately priced or if they were together. I seriously cannot remember, but I am so obsessed with this. Last year it was Patrick Tuss. This year, or 2022, is Anastasia brow gel. This is actually more effective if you use this before skincare or right after skincare. So that's actually when I apply this. So this lives in the bathroom where I do all my skincare because I apply it right after I do my skincare. Then I come here to do my makeup. Alrighty, and then I'm going to mention this eyebrow pencil right here. This is the Brow Ultra Slim by Maybelline. Maybelline. You guys, I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing another ABH Brow Wiz ever again, ever since I discovered this eyebrow pen. Okay, now let's move on to eyeliners. All right, so for eyeliners, we're gonna breeze through them. If I've mentioned them last year in my Best of Beauty 2021 Eyes edition, we're just gonna flash them in the screen and then move on. Okay, I had lipstick in my teeth. You guys, you have to tell me if I have lipstick in my teeth, okay? So liquid eyeliner, same thing from last year. Benefit roller liner, which is the brown shade. I'm still into this kick. Eyeliners. My goodness. All right, so let's talk about JACLYN Cosmetics eyeliner. I have the smooth bronze, and this one is the smooth black brown. You guys, I love this eyeliners. I carry this with me every time I travel. Mostly this two lives in my travel makeup bag, and then the one that lives in my vanity when I apply makeup are these three right here, which is by MAKIAGE in collaboration with Kathleen Lights in her collection Disco Fox. I bought all three of her eyeliners, and oh my goodness, you guys, see this plum color right here? She is beautiful. Like, I tight line with this. I don't care. I usually use this to draw like a small what is that, flick. Here I use this in my lower lash line to smoke it out. Oh my gosh. And then this one alone sometimes, in just like using it in the whole entire lid. It's wasteful, but it's worth it because she is beautiful. And then this one, my favorite of the three. They don't have shades, or maybe I just don't know where they... Yeah, they don't have it on the pencil itself, but this is the brown color. It's actually like bronzed brown. I don't... Goodness, she is boom. So the difference with JACLYN Hill, this is her smooth bronze right here. So she has more shimmer, the one that Kathleen Lights have, and this one's a little bit matte, right? And then the smooth black brown is like the perfect eyeliner to tight line because it's not pure black, which is too harsh for me. I've always loved darker brown colors, and these are just wonderful to use. And the one thing I love about these the most is they're so creamy and they're so easy to apply. When you swipe, there's just pigmentation right away. You don't have to like keep rubbing it on your eye until you irritate yourself. So they're just really, really good products. You guys should give it a try. Now let's move on to mascaras for the year 2022. I have 4 in my collection. I've ventured out from my Lash Princess Essence mascaras for 2022. I wanted different kinds, except for this one. I mentioned this in my 2021 Best of Beauty because this Rare Beauty mascara aged like a fine wine. The longer it is, the better it becomes, okay? Whew. And so I've been actually like pairing all my mascaras together. I layer them. I don't use just one. So this one right here is my most favorite discovery for this year. It's not new, but it's definitely new to me. This is the first time I've ever tried this. I mean, in the year 2022. This is by Benefit. This is Bad Gal Bang. I got the travel size for this first, and I brought it with me to travel, right, when I do my travels, and I was like, oh my god, what is this sorcery? It's making my lashes really, really long. So when I used this all up, I bought the bigger size, and I usually will layer it up with a volumizing mascara because this is definitely lengthening, and then Rare Beauty is volumizing. If I'm not using these two, I go for this one right here. They're usually always matching as well. This one is another repeat for me. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big. This just gives me volume like no other business, okay? This is by Essence, and this is Double Trouble, and I've got the waterproof style. So what I usually do is this is like my last coat of mascara because it's waterproof, and so that way it doesn't smudge on me. It's been working really, really well with me when I layer up my mascara, and then last coat will be a waterproof, so there'll be no smudging. Let's talk about, since we're talking about mascara, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite lashes for this year. I don't wear lashes every day, all the time, only on special occasions, but there are days when I feel like, you know, I feel sassy and I want to wear lashes around the house. I do have my favorite, which is the Lily Lashes this year, and this is in the style Dreamy. So the reason why I love this is because they're the half lashes, where technically they're half lashes for the ones who have bigger eyes, and they're perfect for my eyes because then I don't have to cut them. It's just amazing, and Dreamy is my favorite style. So I've been using this so much actually. Before we move on to the best part of this video, eyeshadows, I'm gonna talk about cream eyeshadows that I really, really love during the year 2022. So last year in my Best of Beauty 2021, I mentioned about Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. I mentioned 3 shades that I fell in love with. For the year 2022, I have a new shade that I love, which is the Metallic Taupe. Oh, you guys, she is beautiful. My goodness, like this one and done type of eyeshadow all over your lid, mascara, red lipstick, boom, you're done. And I love this shade. Oh my gosh, I love the shade. So I have been reaching for this a whole lot for the year 2022. And then another one and done eyeshadow that I was into so much, especially during spring and summer, this was my jam. Like I would just apply this all over my lid, do the liquid liner from Benefit, mascara, and then that's it. I'm done. One and done look. And this is by Rem Beauty. This is her metallic gel eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Affirmation. So this is like a gel form, and it comes in a pot. You guys, I love the color of this. Let me just show you. There. You see? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I know. I could go crazy when I obsess with something, but she's just gorgeous. Okay, I need to calm myself. Need to wipe that down before it ruins my jacket. Okay, you guys, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Okay. All right, so now let's talk about my favorite eyeshadow palettes for the year 2022. Let's start off with the spring and summer eyeshadow palettes that I reach for the most. Let's start off with number 5 is Patrick Ta. This is the Major Dimension 2. Okay, everybody was crazy about this eyeshadow palette. The color, okay, I'm all for it. I'm all about this color story. But I was expecting more and I was kind of let down. I guess that's why. But I do want to play with this more for spring and summer. Definitely bringing this out to see if I can work with it again. This time not having a higher expectation. All right, so number 4 will be this one. So this is, it's a Z palette, but let me show you. These are all random eyeshadows from all of my eyeshadow palette collections that I've depotted and put them all in here. And this is supposed to be my pastel eyeshadow palette that I created for myself because I was inspired by Natasha Denona's pastel eyeshadow palette, and I was like, I didn't want to spend the money, and I know I could find my own pastel eyeshadow palettes in my collection, so why not just, you know, do a little bit of depotting and put them in a Z palette. It's pretty easy to depot them because for the most part all these round ones are ColourPop, which is, you know, they're easy to come off because they're not glued, they're magnetized, and their ColourPop does that. And then these are like Jeffree Stars, and then these 2 right here is Makeup Geek, and then this 3 right here is from ABH. So yeah, so that's what I did, and I loved all the looks that I created using this palette. You guys should do the same thing. If you guys have so much eyeshadow palette collections, just depot them and make your own eyeshadow palette. And you know, when I haven't really returned them, but when I decide to use the eyeshadow palette and bring them out for a season, I'm gonna return them. I mean, it's so easy to put them back, but this is my number 4. Okay, number 3 would have to be this one right here. This is Wonder Beauty, and this is their palette called Wanderess Escape. You guys, every time I wear this eyeshadow palette, I always get complimented at work. Like, they were like, oh my god, your eyes are so sparkly today. Oh my gosh, you look so gorgeous today. I mean, I look gorgeous every day. But every time I wear this eyeshadow palette, I always get complimented, and it was so memorable, and that's the reason why it made it to my collection. The little savage just entered, so you're gonna hear, you know, baby noise and whatever he's watching. Love you, bug. Okay, so number 2 would be the Rose Quartz by Huda Beauty. Oh my gosh, I love this eyeshadow palette. I really love this eyeshadow palette, the color story, everything, and I'm all about this shade. Be quiet, okay? No, you be quiet because Mama's filming. Thank you. And I'm all about this color story right here. I am obsessed, and I still am obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. Definitely bringing it out for the spring and season again this year. Spring and summer season again this year. So my number 1 for spring and summer is not a palette, but a quad. Are you guys ready? I was obsessed with this. Like, every day, every week, I have to like have this. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggereyes. Oh my gosh. Right there. You have to have this in your collection. This is one of those eyeshadow quads that you use all 4 shades, and there's just no thinking on what to do because you just have 4 shades, and it just looks bomb gorgeous in your eyes. Like, your eyes is speaking to everyone and just saying, look at me, I have Exaggereyes, the name itself. Oh my gosh. What? I'm filming, I'm talking to the camera. But alright, you guys, so there you go. You have the spring and summer eyeshadow palette collection. Now let's move on to fall and the holidays, which I've already talked about these eyeshadow palettes in my previous video. If you guys haven't seen the 25 eyeshadow palettes that I talked about, which are the palettes that I use for the holidays fall to holiday season. You guys should check that out. I'm gonna put the link down below as well, and probably somewhere in the screen. But I'm just gonna breeze through them really quickly because I've already talked about them in my previous video. Giatay. Video. Alright, so I also have 5 eyeshadow palettes from fall holiday season. And I'm gonna start off with number 5, which is a quad, and this is ColourPop pressed powder palette, and this is in the shade Sorbet. I fell in love with this when I got this. I really love this color story, and it's another very easy. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to talk about them because I already talked about them before in my previous video. All right, let's move on. Number 4 would have to be Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl. I know this is not new, but I do want to mention it again. This is the eyeshadow color story. I love this eyeshadow. Every time I use this, I always get good looks, and so it made it into my favorite for 2022. All right, my third one would have to be Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals. I love the grungy look. Every time I create one, it's always a smoky 90s feel type of moment. I love it. So number 2 would have to be the Il Makiage in collaboration with Kathleen Light's Disco Fox eyeshadow palette. This is the eyeshadow palette right here. I have 2 favorite shades, and this are the, I think, Funky Town and Dancing Queen. Those 2 shades alone is worth it. And my number 1 is, of course, the ABH Novu eyeshadow palette, because this carries all of my favorite shades for the year 2022. Belle, Peacock, even Wings, and then this freaking Wisteria right here. And then I top it with the REM. You're like a goddess, a fairy. Okay. Oh my gosh, we are done. Alright, you guys, we are done. I showed you all of my Best of Beauty Eyes Edition, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. Thanks, you guys. Bye. You look dirty. Come here. Say hi.